Well, happy holidays, good people. We are in the season of giving. What's going on, everybody? We are back here at Mike in the Game with yours truly. A shout out to y'all for the performance on the last video, getting me to 91 views. It's deeply appreciated. All the comments and likes that were received in the last video, it is much appreciated. Hey, and be sure to like and subscribe and comment on this video as well so we can keep it going and going. But in today's video, it is finally time that we talk about and get into deeper a little bit about the Washington and Oregon matchup for the final Pac-12 Conference Championship. I know it's been a couple weeks, I've been a little busy doing this and the third, but I want to be able to talk about it. I know several other people have talked about it, but I want to be able to talk to you about it and get a little bit deeper about the game plan of how Washington was able to pull off this big win and make their way to the college football playoffs. For starters, we just got to give credit where credit's due. This was a good game to watch. There are no ifs, ands, or buts. This was a good game to watch. Two heavy firepower offenses going back to back at it, who've been performing all season long. Everybody knew this was going to be the game for them. Everybody knew that this was going to be a huge matchup. Whoever wins this game is probably getting in the college football playoffs, which we have seen now. Those are out. Now, as a previous college football offensive lineman, personally, I loved this game. You like that? You like that? Especially because of the scheme of how both of these teams were able to run the ball. As a previous offensive lineman, I loved it because seeing the big fellas move out into space is a thing of magic. Being able to see the big guys get into space, run, get loose, and take down the second level. What else could you ask for? It's like, it's a thing of beauty, some people may say. It's a thing of pure art. It's a work of art. The running backs were out there toting the rock with some purpose and passion. You gotta love it. Hey, that man Dylan Johnson had 20 carries for 100 yards. So you can't say he wasn't toting that rock during this game. And like I said, I'm a former offensive lineman, so that gets us motivated and turned up at the same time. We love to see that when we get a running back running through somebody and running them over. But we're going to be talking about Washington specifically in this game, mostly going in depth of the keys to their success on this win. Now, if you were able to catch this game, if not, let me inform you now. Washington was able to run a lot of 10, 11, 12, and 13 personnel in this game. Now, if you don't know, the personnel that I just previously named, it's all based upon the people in the backfield. 10 personnel is when there's one running back. 11 is where there's one running back, one tight end. 12 is where there's one running back, two tight ends. And can you kind of see the trend here when you go to get the 13? Now, it's the other way around when you start doing 21. That's two running backs, one tight end, 20 personnel, which is two running backs, no tight end. So you kind of get the gist of what I'm saying. Now, Washington was able to do this pretty much throughout the whole game, and which is why it helped them dictate and pull off this win. They were able to do a lot of crazy and fun things within this game. A lot of pin and pull action, which I love to see. And that's what I was saying about getting the big guys in space and executing, because that pin and pull allows there's somebody on the offensive line pulling. It could be a tackle, it could be a guard or center in the pin and pull, depending on what the defense sets themselves to. So this is why it's so fun, because they can pull around, get into open space, leading up to a cornerback. That might be not a good look for them, or a linebacker or a safety in the deep end. It's a thing of art, because if you get that big guy in space and he starts moving, you can't really stop him. The object in motion stays in motion. And due to them switching up the run scheme, showing different looks within different formations, it helped them open up the pass game with some play actions, and they were able to find holes in the Oregon defense, finding key receivers and tight ends. That led to big plays and to a big success. It wasn't just a run game. It was a mix of everything throughout this game. Washington was able to hit Oregon with posts, out routes, slants, a lot of things quick. That way, they couldn't get the pressure on Michael Penix as much. Now, we can't forget about the star quarterback when it comes to these stats either. Michael Penix went 22 of 37 in pass completion attempts, 302 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Chase us. All in all, not a shabby day at all. Needless to say, this Washington offense really hit everywhere when it came to this game. This is what you want when it comes to some prime good football. But that's pretty much gonna wrap it up here. I just wanted to dive into it a little bit, talk about it with you, about that great offensive firepower game. Hey, and we are getting closer to the college football playoffs. Let me know down in the comments who you think is gonna take this whole thing, because it's crazy as it is who's in the top 4 for the playoffs. As crazy as it is, I know everybody's seen it. I definitely saw it, but you know, it's been a lot of backlash about it. But that's the story for here and there. Let me know in the comments what you think about the college football playoffs, and stay tuned for the next video. I will catch y'all in the next one. We out.